Hello and welcome to Travelling Everard. Today I'm in the village of Buckton, which is about 4 miles from Huntingdon. It's just off the A1, which is over there, which used to be a massive sort of coaching in village, stop-off point on the Great Northern Road. Back in the 1870s there was in excess of 13 pubs and inns, but today there's only 3. So over there is the VIII pub, which is sort of your average pub. They don't really do too much in the way of food. That's the George Inn, which is a nice sort of hotel as well. It's quite an expensive place, but it's very nice. Let's go and have a quick look. So yeah, it's a nice Georgian style building here, and that's a shame I didn't realise this. This is my favourite pub in the village, the Lion Hotel. Been here many a time, and I didn't realise it's up for sale now. But this was a lovely pub. Yeah, so I'm going to go to a place called Buckden Towers, which used to be known as Buckton Palace, which is now actually a retreat for the Christian church. Back in the day it used to be owned by the Duke of Lincoln, and so these are the original walls, and hopefully the gatehouse is open and we can go and have a quick look. But we're coming up to sort of mid-March now. It's not too cold a day, but in a couple of weeks time things will start to open, so we'll be able to start travelling a little further afield. But yeah, it's a lovely sort of fortified wall here. So there's some good news. It's open at this entrance here. So it's part of, yeah, so as I was saying here, I was slightly wrong. I said it was a Duke of Lincoln. It's actually the Bishops of Lincoln that owned the Buckden Towers between 1186 and 1842. But yeah, it's lovely grounds. It would make a good setting for a horror film. See if we get in up here. So if you've watched one of my previous vlogs at Kimbolton Castle, you remember I mentioned Katherine of Aragon, Henry VIII's wife, who died at Kimbolton Castle. She actually resided here for a year. And Henry VIII spent some time here as well. So there's been some famous visitors over the years. So you can see historical visitors and residents. So we've got Henry III there, Edward I, Katherine of Aragon as mentioned, Henry VIII, Samuel Pepys. So there's been some pretty famous people over the years at what was then known as Buckton Palace. So here's the washroom. It's all good. Oh, it's actually open. That's just a toilet in there. Oh well, it's quite creepy, isn't it? What else have we got here? St. Hugh, Bishop of Lincoln. Try a few more of these doors, see if any of them will open. So this is the Friends Rectory. That's locked. I reckon the chapel might be open. But yeah, let's go up these steps. These are the gardens of Buckden Towers, which I'm sure back in the day would have been a lot more grand. And this is the church next door. We'll go in there in a minute actually. in the graveyard. But yeah, as you can see that this would make quite a good setting for a horror film. Let's go over this gate. Not sure what meant to go over this. Oh, it's not very flexible. As you can see, the gate's all locked up. Oh, bloody got a groin strain now. But yeah, it's quite a view. So I'm not sure if there's anyone staying in these at the moment, but apparently there's all little rooms within the towers where Christians would stay as a retreat, or if they're recovering from illness or need a break. But yeah, quite impressive. Yeah, so let's try and get into the church over there. So this is the presume chapel. Oh, is that door open there? We'll try that in a minute. Whether this church is open or not, one way to find out. Doesn't look promising. It's all locked up. I don't know if you can see in there. So what's this then? If this is open. Uneven stairs. That's locked. That's locked as well. But yeah, as you can see, it's a lovely old buildings, these. Obviously there's been extensions, and that's obviously a newer build, I'd say sort of 1930s, 1940s, that one. That could well be the original structure. Do I try the bell? Maybe not. Oh, this is opening. Put my mask on just in case. It all seems to be sort of locked up though. See if we can get in. It all looks locked. It's a shame. It's a shame, but yeah, you get some sort of idea what it's like inside. But I reckon these originally were the moats. Obviously a lot deeper back then, but I reckon these were the moats. So on this map here, see if it's just got, yeah, so this is the moat here. I think a couple of times a year they do open days, which would be quite good, just to have a look inside. But yeah, you can get in this field, but I'm not going to bother. So yeah, it's St Mary's Church. But yeah, let's see if we can get in. But you can see it's a good view of Buckden Towers from here. Yeah, it's a nice old church. It's very similar to the church in a small town called Manchester, just outside Huntingdon. Very similar sort of clock face as well. Must have been very in keeping with the period at that point. But yeah, so much history in this village. Unfortunately, it's looking pretty closed. That is a shame. Look at these up here, that's quite freaky. Looks like an angel there. So yeah, this is Buxom Marina, which is on the Great River Ouse. It has 240 fully serviced cruiser and narrowboat platoon berths, so plenty of space to put your boat, and it's set in 92 acres of the local countryside, Cambridgeshire. But yeah, it's really nice. I'm going to take you for a quick walk round the corner here, and you'll see the nice riverside views. But yeah, people live in these log cabins. Well, not log cabins, they're sort of, I don't know how to describe them really. Lodges, that's probably a better description. And they've got these nice sort of balconies. I'll show you quickly on when we get back to the van. Let me show you the river first though. There's some nice sort of, I presume they've been converted into apartments that overlook the river now. But yeah, it's a very narrow road that cars have to come over. But you can see, look, it's got this lovely sort of houses with balconies, or bungalows with balconies overlooking the river here. It's like this all the way along the Great River Ouse, some beautiful walks. These are definitely, presume these were some sort of mill buildings at one point, but now they've been converted into probably luxury apartments. You can see all the reeds growing here. But yeah, this is a nice cottage here, built in 1851. Nice barge boats you can go on along this stretch of the river. So yeah, like I said, that way there you'll eventually head to Huntingdon and then on to St Ives, and then this way to your right you'll go from St Neots and eventually on to Bedford. Yeah, you can see here, very interesting. Speed limit 4 miles per hour. But yeah, it's a beautiful river. You can see that it's quite narrow, so you'd literally only be able to get a barge boat down here. So now this is called Offord Lock. So this particular lock was put here in 1963. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, I'd definitely recommend coming up to Cambridgeshire and walking along the Great River Ouse. It's very nice. Hi doggy. Right, I did say that I would show you the lodges, so I've just got back in the van. I'm going to drive over here now. It's private land, so hopefully the barriers don't shut, because otherwise we'd be pretty screwed. But yeah, it's some lovely views along here. So here are some of the lodges. So I'll go further down, it might be easier to turn around. But that over there is a private lake by the looks of it. So some of these lodges are actually on the lake rather than on the Great River Ouse. But yeah, in the summer it's really nice around here. So I don't know if you can see them. They're Egyptian geese, which you don't see too often. But yeah, it's a lovely view from some of these verandas. I presume a lot of these people are living in them permanently. There's a guy there fishing, unless they're rented out as well. But yeah, it's be a nice place to come and relax in the summer. I should imagine this is quite a close-knit community. But yeah, so I'll turn around here, but you get some idea what these places are like. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to come up to this area of England, I would definitely recommend one of these lodges. But on that note, yeah, thanks for watching. and I'll see you on my next adventure.